Do you know how long it takes to get from Beijing to Shanghai by train? Trains and high-speed trains are two different speeds. If you take the Qui 450 high-speed train, it only takes 2.5 hours to get from Beijing to Shanghai. This piece of news received a lot of attention after it appeared, but the next day Science, then Technology Daily urgently issued a clarification message. CR 450 Beijing-Shanghai high-speed rail running time may be only 2.5 hours of news is not comprehensive. In a variety of factors constraints, the actual running speed cannot reach the standard of 2.5 hours. Subsequently, some professionals speculated that the actual running time of the high-speed rail might be around 3 hours. 3 hours is pretty fast too. The speed of a country's high-speed railway directly reflects the country's modernization. Back then, it took drive. Sun Yat-sen 7 hours to travel from Nanjing to Shanghai by train. Nowadays, it only takes about 3 hours to go from Beijing to Shanghai. The running speed of high-speed railways is related to many factors, such as the structure and strength of the vehicle structure, as well as the maximum running speed and daily running speed of the railroads. The actual running and the maximum speed of the safe running are all affected. In addition to this, the actual operation of trains is limited by conditions such as tracks, station signals, and line factors. As a result, there is a big gap between the actual running speed of the train and the ideal running speed. The previous rumor of a 2.5 hour arrival may have been a rumor, but 3 hours or so is feasible, and that's a pretty impressive accomplishment. The high-speed trains reached a speed of 453 kilometers per hour in tests last year. Of course, this is due to the fact that the experimental conditions were excellent to obtain such velocity data. Speaking of which, I recall a person, the former Minister of Railways, Liu Zijin, who was later arrested for corruption. He has made great contributions to China's high-speed rail, and he is indispensable for China's high-speed rail to have such a rapid development. According to those who know him well, his style is very domineering. He worked his way up from an ordinary railroad employee to the Minister of Railways, and he was on the front line and physically present at every test run. Led by him in such a style, the development of high-speed rail in China has been able to reach today's height. If Liu Zijin hears this news in prison, I am sure he will be very happy. The speed now reaches 450 kilometers per hour, which is too surprising. A more complex scenario has been proposed, in which the Beijing-Shanghai high-speed railroad would have speed limits in certain areas. This section of the area will pass over the Yellow River Bridge and the dashing past Yangtze River Bridge, at which point the speed of the Beijing-Shanghai high-speed railway must be within the safe speed of 350 kilometers per hour. The speed limit of the Beijing-Shanghai high-speed railway is 200 kilometers per hour when passing through Nanjing South Station and Jinan South Station. This process goes through a process of deceleration and then acceleration, which consumes a lot of time. Although the CR 450 high-speed train is designed to have a maximum speed of 450 kilometers per hour, there will be a lot of disturbances when it comes to actual operation. Therefore, the time of about 3 hours is very amazing. It also takes about 2 hours to fly from Beijing to Shanghai, and you have to take into account the passage time and security check time. This is because, as airports are often located in remote areas, although the sailing time is about 2 hours, it takes about 4 hours to reach the city. So the new high-speed rail will be a big threat to airplane voyages. I'll be returning to Beijing from Hainan in a while, and I'm going to go to Shanghai first on the way. I'll choose to take the high-speed train when Shanghai returns to Beijing. Now, even if it is not CR 450, the speed of normal high-speed train is still very fast. And share is so stable that a glass of water in the car will never spill. I believe that when Sun Yat-sen, who once also planned to develop a comprehensive railroad scheme, saw how far China's high-speed rail business has developed nowadays, he would be moved to tears. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.